Craig Mosqueda became the volleyball coach at the Citadel in January of 2015. In this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down with him one-on-one. Craig, it is so good to see you.
It's great to see you, Quintin.
I really appreciate this.
Absolutely. We've been trying to do this for about 2 years.
Yes, and here we are.
Here we are.
And I'm glad I have you because there's so much exciting news going on here at the Citadel, especially with Tony Skoll as the new baseball coach at the Citadel. As you know, he's a Hall of Famer. And athletic director Jim Center said this, quote, "It is rare that an athletic director has the opportunity to hire an alumnus with Hall of Fame status. What status do you hope Tony will take the team to next?"
You know, Coach Jordan did a tremendous job while I was here, and I think when you hire a new staff, they come in and there's a lot of excitement going on, and usually just that initial excitement, there's this a little bump in productivity of the team. I just think he's going to come in and do some tremendous things. And you know, I know Coach Jordan wants this program to move forward, and I don't think Coach Tony's going to come in here and just take it to a new level.
January 23rd, 2015, Mosqueda named new Citadel volleyball coach. That was the headline from CitadelSports.com. Athletic director Jim Center said this about you upon your arrival 2 years ago. He said this, quote, "We can't wait to get Craig here and watch him train our volleyball cadet athletes and develop a team culture that believes it can win and does so on the court." So what has that team culture been like in your mind over the past 2 years?
I thought about this a lot because I figured that would be a question you were going to ask, and we've tried to change the culture so that we're more focused on the process than we are the results. Obviously, we've had some results. We've definitely taken some steps forward, and the problem with what we've done throughout the past 2 years here is we're changing the culture. We're focused on the process, but in the middle of the season, we get frustrated with the results, and we start focusing on the results again. And so this year, our focus is solely going to be on the process, and that's what we just got to keep doing. Getting better at the things we need to do on the court so that we can continue to grow. I mean, we have a goal. I put it on the wall over there that we want to be 4th in the conference next year. And so there's a lot of things that have to come together, and there has to be a lot of goals, but also the players have to set a tone in the gym. This is the only acceptable type of practice that we're going to have. These are the only acceptable things we're going to do in the weight room, you know, as far as how hard we train and how hard we work. And so those are things we've really got to set this year and maintain that focus and not worry about the W's, because they're going to come.
Yes.
It's just a matter of this is what we do as a Citadel volleyball team.
Yes, indeed. And you actually said this about yourself upon your arrival. You said this, quote, "I'm excited about the opportunity to work at the Citadel, and I would like to thank Jim Center and the rest of the hiring committee for trusting in my abilities to move this program forward." So what have your abilities been like so far?
You know, part of the process that we have since I've gotten here is recruiting. I mean, that was the major thing.
Right.
You know, we had I came here and there were 15 young ladies on staff here, and there were some holes that we needed to fill. Right. And we were a little handcuffed as far as how many scholarships were available. But so then my second year here, we brought in 4 freshmen. This year we have 6 freshmen coming in.
Right.
And you know, the results that are going to come is from continuing to grow these, I guess, 10 young ladies that are coming in, but also keep equipping the young ladies that were here. We've got a great core of returners this year, plus the 6 freshmen that are coming in.
Right.
And I just think as long as we blend, it's definitely going to come together. And again, there really wasn't the team that was here. The thing is, they needed to believe in what they're capable of. And if you look at the beginning of the last 2 years, right, we were playing great for about 4 weeks, and then a couple losses mounted, and then the belief would go away. And so just continue to keep them believing, like, we can do this, we can do this. It doesn't matter who's on the other side of the net. We have to worry about who we are, right, and continue to fight like that.
Yeah. 25-9. That was your record as a volleyball coach at Anderson University before you left there in 2015. You had 105 wins and 2 appearances in the South Atlantic Conference Tournament Championship match and the NCAA Division II tournament. 25-9 tells you what about you as a coach?
Really, I had a special group of girls that bought into what we were wanting to do. There was 5 seniors on that squad, who came in, and they were 8 and 25, I think, the first year that they were there.
Wow.
And they were very talented. We just had some missing pieces, and we started filling those empty spots the next 2 years, and we put it together. Their last 2 years, we put it together, and they bought into what we were trying to do. They worked hard in the weight room. They worked hard in practice. We were out conditioning. They were working hard, and they loved it. I mean, the key thing, and this is what I've been trying to get these girls to understand: the more you love and care about each other, the more you're going to trust each other on the court. And so these girls completely would do anything for each other, and especially on the court. Just a special group of young ladies.
You're right about that. Describe to me following in one word: Asbury College.
Asbury was probably my biggest area of growth as a person, as a Christian. I was saved about a year before that, before I went out there, and just going there, and I had a bunch of wonderful young ladies, Christian young ladies, who just poured into me. I don't think they were realizing they were pouring into me, but I'm a people watcher.
Yes.
And when I go to Vegas, I like to watch people. I don't care about gambling or anything, but I like to watch people.
Yes.
And so I watch them and their actions and how they treat each other, and how they treated our opponents, and how they treated their parents, and I was very impressed by that. And they just really helped me grow as a person, as a Christian during that time. And so that was a special place. And we turned that program around too. And we left there. We were undefeated in the conference, won a conference championship. And we first team ever to go to the NAI National Championship, and we went and got whooped the first round. So it was pretty bad. So
Highland Park High School.
Yes, that was that's a special place, And those kids, and I'm still a lot of those kids are Facebook friends with me. And inner city school, probably similar to Burke. Probably 80% free and reduced lunch kids. That was probably I taught 9 years, and those were my favorite years. Because those kids, they needed you.
Right.
They didn't need just the education. They needed someone to believe in them and care for them, and I just loved it. And just seeing them on Facebook, seeing some of them. I mean, I've got some that are going to be doctors, a lawyer. There's a young man. There's several of them moved to Columbia, South Carolina.
Yes.
How in the world we're 2 hours apart, But they're in Columbia, South Carolina, and they're doing their thing, One of them's a DJ, and he's doing all kinds of different clubs and stuff, and he just loves what he's doing. Another one's he's got his own company. I think he owns a tent company, like tinting windows, detailing, stuff like that. One's a pastor now, and they're all up in Columbia. But just seeing them, they're happy, they're healthy. They removed themselves from the situation they were in. They moved up, and they're trying to do the same thing for their kids.
Yeah, I agree with that. Seaman High School.
Yes. So Seaman went from Highland Park to Seaman High School. Pretty cool opportunity. The coach there, Craig Frederickson, called me and said, "Hey, I'm going to quit, retire. I think you should apply for this." And I loved Highland Park. I mean, I was emotional about leaving there because I loved my kids. And so I asked a couple of the other coaches in the area. I said, "What do you think about this?" They're like, "Craig, if you keep coaching at Highland Park and you're 0-60 right now, you're basically going to commit career suicide if you stay the course." And so I went out there and I coached for 2 years, and we had 2 state tournament runs. And I had a pretty cool group of girls. Some of them I had coached when they were 12, and they were obviously still playing high school, and we came together and got to coach them. But great opportunity to be out there at that school.
Yes, indeed. And another great opportunities to have your kids here at work right now.
Right. Right. Yeah, so they're out of school, and I promised them, I said, "We'll go swimming at noon over in Days Hall." And so they're over here hanging out. They get bored for a little bit, and then we go swimming. But they're good kids.
Because I bet they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Craig Mosqueda, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate this.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks
for coming over.
Anytime.